Grade 9, English. Page 67. Unit 7, Lesson 2. Are you willing to combat climate change? The effects of climate change are already being felt everywhere in the world, and they will get worse if the greenhouse gases, GHGs, in the atmosphere cannot be controlled. Do you know that a lot of GHGs are released into the atmosphere? Our diets have a huge impact on climate change. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, the meat and dairy industry generates 14.5% of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. Raising livestock generates 21% of greenhouse gas emissions from food production. These greenhouse gases include methane belched by grazing animals, as well as methane and nitrous oxide released from livestock manure. Animal-based food production generates more greenhouse gas emissions than plant-based food production. Therefore, shifting towards consuming more plant-based foods is recognized as an option for curbing greenhouse gas emissions and climate change. Food loss and waste exacerbates the climate change crisis with its significant GHG footprint. Food loss and waste occurs throughout the food system, during production, processing, distribution, retail and food service sales and consumption. Production, transportation, and handling of food generate significant carbon dioxide emissions. In addition, when food ends up in landfills, it generates methane, an even more potent greenhouse gas that causes climate change. Plugging electronics is responsible for carbon emissions. Households use energy for heating, cooling, lighting, and cooking. To power our modern life, we have been burning fossil fuels, which leads to climate change. However, what we need to care about is when an electrical appliance like an air conditioner is kept in standby mode, it continues to drain energy. Experts say that unplugging unused electronics reduces our carbon emissions. Solid waste is directly linked to the rise in GHG emissions. It contributes directly to greenhouse gases such as methane and nitrous oxide. Methane is released from the anaerobic decay of waste in landfills, and nitrous oxide from our solid waste combustion facilities. Plastic products are one of the main contributors to global warming. Single-use plastic products are used in our daily lives. The more plastic we make, the more fossil fuels we use. This means that we exacerbate climate change. According to the records, about 400 million tons of plastic waste are produced every year. Scientists say that heat from burning plastic releases powerful greenhouse gases. As our planet is getting hotter, the plastic breaks down into more methane and ethylene, which lead to global warming. Let's combat climate change. Governments, organizations, and individuals are responsible for combating climate change and global warming. Preventive measures are to be taken to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Consider your daily activities and do what you can do to reduce GHG emissions.